Hello everyone. Today we're talking about the law of attraction and human design. I've got my beautiful partner Kelly here with me. She's a generator and I am a projector. So if you're lucky enough to know about human design, congratulations. If you're lucky enough to know about the law of attraction, congratulations. And if you're lucky enough to know about both of them, double congratulations, because they're such, both respectively, two powerful tools, and yet if you can use them together in harmony, it can create a very successful life, a very fulfilling life, and just some great situations can come into your reality. So specifically I want to talk about generators and projectors. So Kelly here, she's a generator. Her aura is open and enveloping. So she is actually drawing in situations constantly so she can respond. My aura is focused and absorbing. So mine is also drawing in, as a projector, drawing in situations so I can accept an invitation. So I'm drawing in invitations or recognition, and then I'm going to accept it. And through action, we can respond or accept. So firstly, I'll ask you, do you see this come up in your life where you actually draw things into your reality and then you're there to respond as a generator?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. And as a projector, for sure, but it's probably different because generators, every moment, it's an opportunity often to respond to something because life is constantly being drawn in. As a projector, it's more of these big situations that come in where a big invitation, and then we can actually feel into our authority, whatever our inner authority is, and then accept the invitation or don't accept the invitation. So let's talk a little bit about the law of attraction. So what is the mind and how do we actually use the law of attraction to our benefit? So the mind is what we can use to draw things into our reality, whereas action, by taking action, we can claim those things. So whatever is constantly showing up in your reality is a clear sign of what you hold in your mind. So Kelly, if you're going about your day and constantly negative things are coming into your reality, maybe you're missing appointments, maybe you forgot this, you tripped over this, or whatever, what's that probably showing is happening within your mind?
Probably showing that I'm either I'm really out of my body and my thoughts are just scattered and I have no control of them over them, or I'm focusing on the negative things that are happening. One or the other. I'm totally checked out, or I'm just harping on the things I don't like.
Yeah. So imagine if we can consciously create what comes in to our realities through the mind. This is the law of attraction. It's using the power of our minds to draw situations, people, invitations, things to respond to as a generator that is in harmony with your life purpose, that is in harmony to take you to your next level of expansion. And then all you have to do is take action. And all I have to do is work out, is that the right invitation for me or not? And then say yes or no.
Yeah.
Okay, so many people in human design, when they hear that maybe they're a projector, they don't want to wait. No, I don't want to wait. I want to take action. I want to be like a manifestor. I wish I was a manifestor. That's what I hear a lot of people saying. Because we're based in a physical reality, and what we've been taught is action is everything. So there's no such thing as using the mind and drawing situations to you. No, it's 100% action. So therefore, when we find out that, oh, we're a projector and we have to wait for something to come to us, we're like, that's ridiculous. No, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to hustle, and I'm never going to wait. And then we've got the other people who go, fine, I'll wait. And they wait in boredom, or wait in resistance, or negativity. just not enthusiastic and just out of their body, just waiting for nothing really, just hoping, yeah, whatever. What I invite you, and this is the same for a generator and same for projector. The reason why I'm specifically talking about generators and projectors is because of the aura is actually drawing things in, whereas reflectors and manifestors are more encompassed in their own aura. So it's not so much about drawing things in, but you can 100% still use the law of attraction, don't get me wrong, but we're just talking about this because it's maybe slightly more potent, and because Kelly's a generator and I'm a projector, it's obviously easy to talk about this here. So knowing that, okay, we can take a lot of action to claim what we have, to claim those opportunities. But what situations, what people show up in our reality is 100% to do with the law of attraction. So when we're waiting to respond or waiting for that invitation, we can be waiting in such presence, such power, such clarity, such positivity, and expect the best outcome consciously using the law of attraction to expect the best things to show up, then constantly better and better things will show up, and then the opportunities that you're responding to or that I'm taking invitations from, they're of a higher caliber.
Yeah.
So we're actually using the law of attraction to attract the best possible things into our reality, and then, for example, all you have to do is respond. Yet if you're waiting around in negativity, if you're waiting around in resistance, you're literally pushing those opportunities away. Is that fair enough to say?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. You get things to respond to that are of a similar caliber. Negativity.
So those moments in between those responses, or in between the invitations as a projector, is vital. You can see that?
Yeah, it's all about how are you being in the space between. I think that's what probably, they say how you do everything is how you do one thing really well, or how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you're in that in-between space with what you're talking about, clarity, presence, you become a bit of an open door.
Absolutely. So just observe what judgments you have around the law of attraction, what judgments you have around human design, what judgments you have around anyone or anything in your environment, because a judgment is resistance. And if you're resisting life on a conscious level, mainly probably on a subconscious level, then we're literally pushing away those beautiful things that are trying to come into reality, our reality, to put us on our path. And then all we have to do is take that invitation that elevates us, or to respond to life, and it just takes off, and then there's another beautiful response. See, if Kelly's waiting in deep presence, deep power, she's enthusiastic, she's excited, she's taking action when she's feeling inspired, she's ready to go. Or if she's lethargic and bored and wanting to not take action and just like, oh no, negative, focusing on the negative, then of course a negative situation is going to arise, because that's the law of attraction. You attract the frequency that you are. So what we're inviting you to do is look at the spaces in between the responses and the invitations. How are you within that space? Are you enthusiastic? Are you using the power of your mind? And I'm going to talk about that in the next couple of minutes. How to actually use the power of your mind to attract magic into your life. So just observe what's going on in those spaces. Is there confusion? Is there restlessness? Is there sadness, depression? Now, there could be other emotional things going on. But if you're doing this like, oh, I can't be bothered, waiting sucks, if you're doing that, you're literally attracting the wrong situations into your life to respond to. And of course it's not going to work. So then you're going to go, this doesn't work. I'm going to have to go out there and take millions of action because this sucks. And then you're going to go out there and take millions of action, and you'll come across a lot of physical resistance in reality because you're not aligned. Your internal world is not aligned with your external world. So I think that's a really valuable thing, that everyone needs to be more aware of that space in between the response and the invitations. So Kelly uses the law of attraction consciously a lot of the time and subconsciously a lot of the time. She's manifested some incredible things into her life consistently. And when I first met her 3.5 years ago, she just was a very unique person, and she lived on a slightly different rhythm, and it was to do with intuition, it was to do with the law of attraction, and she was attracting so many things. So she's inherently got this piece of the puzzle down pat. So I want to ask her one situation where she actually used the law of attraction so she could respond as a generator.
So I actually used the law of attraction consciously and subconsciously to create you.
Cool.
I was in Bali, and Charlie was as well, but that was unknown to me. I had no idea he even existed. And I was, through actually a responding to life, I went to this beautiful waterfall in Bali one day. So I was already living in Bali, but my friend came and said, she knocked on my door at 6 a.m. and she's like, I'm going to this waterfall, are you going to come? And I was like, I had just woken up. I was like, okay, yeah, I want to come. And I'm at this waterfall.
So there was the response.
There was a response there. Yeah, there was a definite response. I felt it in my body. I was like, I don't really want to go, but I actually really want to go. It was beyond me. So I'm at this waterfall, and I was totally alone there. My friend had gone off, and no one else was visiting. And I was, all of a sudden, I really had this idea. I wanted to do a ritual to honor my feminine, and a ritual to draw in a masculine to meet me and to grow together. And I said, okay, I'm going to do this ritual if I see a sign. And I threw it out to the waterfall, and I bathed under it, and I opened my eyes, and I saw a rainbow on the rock. And a red, tiny snake crawling on the rock wall through the rainbow. And I don't know if you know, but like Kundalini, masculine, feminine, the serpent, the rainbow, love. I was like, okay, that's a sure enough sign. So that's another response.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I responded to that by stripping my clothes, doing getting a leaf and a flower, and just fully offering myself to the land and calling in a masculine who I can grow with, who can match me and meet me. And it felt complete. So I went and laid down on a rock in the sun, and I heard footsteps on the path. 3 minutes later. And in that in-between, I wasn't hoping for anything. I wasn't expecting anything. I just felt really good in my own body. The sun on my skin, very present. Breathing, feeling the sun. And I look up, and I hear someone running on the path. And I'm looking, because I'm curious who it is, because I love running, and I was thinking, wow, like, that's a great idea. Whoever's going for a run right now to a waterfall, like, I really respect them. And I looked up, and it was him.
A 3-minute manifestation.
And I responded. I had a big gut instinct that was like, wow. It was literally like a force. It was pushing me forward. It was like, wow. And I wanted to engage him in conversation, which works for you. Because there was me inviting you in a sense. Absolutely.
So it worked out beautifully in terms of the human design dynamics and the law of attraction dynamics. So double combo. So I want to touch on, firstly, thank you so much for sharing our little generator bunny. So I want to touch on another way that you can use the law of attraction. So the law of attraction, you're literally attracting your frequency, your essence. You can think of it like a tuning fork. So whichever vibration you're tuned at, whether that is boredom, then you're going to attract other situations to keep you in that state of boredom. So you're going to attract just boring situations. Whereas if you take the responsibility, if I take the responsibility to level my vibration up to excitement, then I'm going to attract situations that are going to demand excitement from me, because that's in harmony with the law of attraction. So what we want to do, if you're watching this video, you want to be very conscious whether you're focused. Okay, think of a stick. You're either focused on the positive side of the stick or the negative side of the stick. An example of this is, I want more money. So if you're sitting there saying, I want more money, that's either coming from, the intention is coming from either, I want more money, and that is coming from a joyful place because you know money's going to bring you freedom. It's going to bring you love, expansion. You're going to be able to give more to your community. You're going to give more to your partner, give more to yourself from self-love. That's beautiful. Then opportunities will come to you for attracting more money. Most people who say, I want more money, at the deepest level of their mind, they're saying that from a scarcity place and from looking at the negative end of the stick. I want more money is coming from, I want more money because they feel the pain of having no money. They don't want to be in this situation anymore. They can't stand things breaking. They can't stand feeling like this. So they say, I want more money. And unfortunately, that's just looking on the negative part of the stick, and that's going to keep perpetuating their current situation of having very little or no money. And we use this in every single moment of every single day. Are we focusing on the positive or are we focusing on the negative? So become very conscious, very aware of where you're putting your attention and where your intention is coming from, where your desires are coming from. Are they coming from lack, scarcity, negativity, or are they coming from love, expansion, growth? So this is a great tool to use, because once you make that little shift of intention, it's the world of difference. It's totally opposite. It's like you flip 180 degrees just from the intention, but most people don't know that. They don't know that it's actually from the intention. It's how you do an action, not what you do. What is at the base of your mind? What is at the base of that intention? That is how life responds to you. It's all vibration, it's all energy, and we're constantly attracting those situations. So, be careful what environments you put yourself in, because that's the vibration that you're constantly bathing in, and we're like tuning forks.